Hello, this is Sofranie. This is your second video, and I'm so happy to introduce you this Mastering the Creative Mind, a path for artistic success with Sofranie. All right, let's start. In the other video, we've been talking about how the mindset is working to really understand the mind, right? And we will continue a little bit, but I want really to talk about the science of success today to really help you make how to make a step in front of the other to get where you want to be. Okay, let's start. Okay, you have to understand that we all have a saboteur inside of us, right? And the saboteur is keeping us from the life we want to achieve, from the results we want to have, right? For something that the person who want to become. And that's why to understand what is paradigm, what we have learned in the other video, and to understand how the mind works is going to help us make this change by changing one paradigm at a time, okay? And our mindset, if we are in control, okay, it's a power for us to be in control of our life, to stop being always controlled by our old programming that has nothing to do with the reality. We have to let it go. We have to establish a new program that's going to help us get where we want. Okay? In order to change our results, and we need to change our paradigms and think in a different way and really start to track our habits, because our habits and action cause the results we do not want. Okay. And because we live, as we saw in the other video, 95% on an unconscious mind mode, we are not conscious about what we say, what we do, very rarely. Okay. And that's what I really want to tell you. And let's start with this actually, because I really want you to have a very, very clear image of what is the mind. Okay. We have only 20 minutes, so we don't have much time. I really want you to understand that. Okay. When you create an act or you create a show, okay, you use your highest faculty. You use your faculty, your imagination, that comes in forms of ideas and images, that comes into your conscious mind. Okay. And also we pick ideas from the outside world, and we use these ideas and we connect together with our imagination to really start to build an image in our conscious mind. And the conscious mind is the part where you analyze, where you think, where you imagine, where you really work all of your ideas, where you learn also. Okay. And when you fall in love with the idea of your act, of your show, then it starts to sink into your subconscious mind, because the emotion makes it sink into the subconscious mind. And when it is in the subconscious mind, your subconscious mind has no control over to accept an idea that is wrong or not, or false or true or good or bad. All right. The subconscious mind integrates everything that we impress upon it. Do you understand? And when our program is altered by our creative thoughts, it sets a vibration into our body. Okay, hear me out. We all made of energy. Everything around us is made of molecule that vibrates in a certain frequency. So the table you touch is actually energy that vibrates in a certain frequency. That's in the name we give it is a table, right? So we are all energy. So let's start from this principle. Our ideas and emotion will be expressed into vibration. And your vibration that is expressed by your body will make you move and act in a certain way. Okay. And when you move and act in a certain way, you start to build new results. Okay. And as you work towards one step at a time, towards your goal or your act, your new show, it causes a reaction. Then you start to find what you need along the way because you vibrate in a certain level. Then you start to find the artists you need. You start to find the venues you need to create. You start to attract things that's going to help you get there. And if you feel like, and what can stop this process is that if you don't believe in your talent, in your ability, in yourself, nothing of it is going to work. You're going to start attracting because your level of vibration is not going to vibrate in the same frequency, you see? And so you're going to start to attract the opposite, right, of what you really want. And that's why it's so important. The stick person is so important to understand. It's quite important to understand because you see how much power you have on yourself and in your life. Okay. All right, let's continue. I really want you to understand this. Okay. Because, oh my God, it has really the power to change your results. Okay. When you apply it, because you can change your paradigms. Okay. You see, we are all creatures of habits. We are really, really creatures of habits. And the thing is that, as I told you in the other video, we are unconscious of what we say, what we do 95% of the time. So this means that the only 5% that we are conscious is when we create something new, right? Or we learn something new. There you go. But you see, we have amazing faculties. We have faculties that are like treasures inside of us. And because we learn to live from our five senses, we're not aware of it. We are aware of very one or two maximum, but we don't really use our faculties. And these faculties are the perception, the will, and the will, you have it. Memory, and memory, when I talk about memory, is memory that's going to help you get where you want. And what we do in reality is we use the memory to really push us down, right? To flagellate ourselves. The fourth is reason, your thinking. The fifth is imagination. And the sixth is intuition. All right. These are intellectual faculties that we all have inside of us, but we don't learn to work or to live from them. And this is powers. These are superpowers that we have. And I know that you already use imagination and will like hell, because you have no choice. If you're an artist, you have to have a super strong will to work against all the conditions and the competitions and all what's coming in your way. You have to have such a strong will, and you also work with your imagination. You have no choice. If you want to create a new act, a new show, you use your imagination, and the intuition also can help you very much in your creative path, right? So, all right, let's continue. I hope you love this material, because it's something for me that changed my life completely. When I found this material, I was like a child in a candy bar, right? I wanted to know everything. And that's why, I fell in love so much with this material, because it's so well structured and it's so positive, because it helps you to really get one step at a time, to where you want to be. That's quite amazing. All right. I have a beautiful story for you. Okay, let's go. I'm sitting in a cafe and I see a bee or a fly. She's in a window. Okay. And she really wants to go out. She wants to be free. She really wants to be free. That's her goal in her life. That's what she wants the most. She wants to be free. Okay. She see the sky. She see the sun, she sees everything, and then she's like, oh my God, I want to go outside. But what she doesn't understand is that the window is closed. So she's taking her courage and she's going in the window. She wants to break the glass of the window. And she's start to be tired. She's exhausted. And she start over and over and over and over again. But you see where I'm seated, I see the door that is right beside the window and is open. The door is open and is right beside the window. And I see a little bird flying there. But because the fly has this program, this very tight program that she only see the window, she's gonna probably die from exhaustion, this poor fly, because she never will see, because of her old programming, she doesn't see that the door beside her is wide open. And you see, we all little flies. We all little flies. And we always do the same thing over and over and over again, thinking that we're going to have different results. But it's not working like that. To change your results, you have to start to act in a certain way. You have to start to think in a certain way. And how do you do this? That's what we're going to talk about today. Yeah. Because you have so much more control over your life than what you think. You are so much more powerful than what you think. Okay? And the story of the fly is your programming inside of you. You live from the past. You always live from the things that happened 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And then you think it's the reality, but it's not. And it's normal. I don't, you know, I'm not saying that you do everything wrong. You are wonderful. You're amazing. You know, if you're an artist, my God, you have so much talent. You have so much dedication. You have so much love inside of you. You have so much passion. But the thing is, we don't learn about it. How do you want to do something if you don't learn about it? You don't know. How would you know? All right. So, and again, like I said yesterday, just a second, my dear. Success is 95% mindset and 5% strategies. Okay, and how do you change your life? Is by changing your habits, your paradigms. All right. We have 5 superpowers. Let's start. This is how you're gonna exceed a whole new level of success. I'm telling you. So I want to dive into these 5 superpowers. Let's start. The first superpower we have is our self-image. You see, a positive and confident self-image is really essential for you to achieve your goal. Your self-image is like a blueprint to your success. We have 2 levels of self-image. We have the level of how we think we are, who we think we are. And the second level is the ideas of what we think the others think of us. Okay, and this image is how you present yourself by how you dress, how you put your hair, makeup, how you hold yourself, how you greet and talk to people, your attitude, right? And this is your outer image. And the second level of image is really the inside. It's how you really feel inside. There's very often quite a gap between the image that is your outside image and your inner image, right? And the idea is to put them together. You have to be so strong inside to have such a strong confidence that it's going to radiate to your outer image, okay? Because people are not fooled. Even if you pretend to feel good, people can feel it, that you don't feel good. And it's so important, not for the others, for you to feel better with yourself, okay? That you have to believe that you can. Without belief in yourself and your faculties or your abilities, okay? Because the progress lies in beliefs. If you don't believe, nothing's going to happen, Okay, our perception of reality is based and shaped on what we have learned from our family, our culture, the media, the immediate surrounding, your trauma. And it's absolutely possible to change your system of belief when you start to reevaluate each of your beliefs. Do I have the right to think that I'm not good enough? Is it true that I'm not good enough? No, you have no reason to think that you're not good enough. It's because you have learned as a child that you are not good enough. When your parents always say that it's not good enough, what you do, then you integrate the fact that you think you're not enough. That's how it is. And your job as an adult is to integrate new belief about yourself. Okay. And that's what I'm teaching to my clients in my program. Okay, because you can reevaluate your belief anytime. Okay, the second superpower that we have is our standards. Standards is everything to me. Your self-image and your standards is everything. When you work with me, you can be sure that we pass a good amount of time there, because setting new standards, okay, it's setting clear boundaries and choosing to live by your own standards. It's you're able to say no. That's hard, right? Your standards, it's like your DNA to success. Okay, you have to tell yourself that from now on you are not going to accept any thought that is not up to your standards. You're not going to accept any contract that is not up to your standard. You're not accepting anything, any relation that is not up to your standards. No friends, nothing. You're not going to allow anyone to be condescending with you anymore. Okay? And that's how you change your self-image, by integrating new standards in your life. Implement your standards to put boundaries and to say, I'm no longer going to accept this or that. That's how you change your self-image. Okay, because when your standard changes, your income change, your relation change, well, how you dress changes, everything in life starts to change. And that's what I love. My life has changed tremendously at the moment that I have changed my standards and my self-image. I can tell you that. Okay. The third superpower we have is the attitude. Oh, the attitude. And this is so important. We are so wrong. We are so wrong in our attitude very often, but we don't know better, right? It's really, attitude is choosing to focus on abundance rather than fear. Oh my God, that's a big one. That's a big one. Because you always have the choice, okay, to focus either on abundance. And when I say abundance, is like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I attract beautiful contract, that I attract beautiful people in my life. And I'm so happy and grateful because I do exactly what I love the most in my life. And the fear attitude is, I'm so sick and tired because I don't find any contract that is up to my standards. I don't have the salary that I need. I attract always toxic relation. I'm not good enough. But you see, of course, things can happen that is not to your to what you want to live. Of course, it's not up to your standards. But then change it, because you can change it. You don't have to accept your reality come something that is something that's going to be stick forever. No, you have the choice to be the person you want to be. You have the choice to start doing things that you have never done. You have the choice to really change your behavior. And attitude is your behavior, but attitude is also the way you talk to yourself. It's how you are so good. We are so good to flagellate ourselves and say that we're good, not good enough. Right? You have to change your attitude. It's so important to change your attitude and to focus on abundance in life, to see the beautiful leaves in the trees, the birds in the sky, how beautiful life is. And this is a choice. This is where we put our focus on. Okay? You have a choice and you have an attitude towards your insecurity. You have an attitude towards your results. You have an attitude. It's really, it takes you through life to everything you do, everything you create. There's an attitude everywhere. Okay. The attitudes are your thoughts, your feelings, and action. Okay. And oh my God, I need some more time with you guys. There's so much I want to tell you. But if you want really to work on yourself and to really make a change in your results and in your life and have a stronger self-image and love yourself and do really what it takes to change your results in your life, I have a program for artists. I have a program for artists that is really, really, really was created for you from my 25 years of experience into the living arts. And the price is really good. It's really good because I made a decision to make a special program for you guys. Okay. Really, I want you to succeed. I want you to be happy because I know how lonely you feel. I know how desperate sometimes you feel. And you're stuck with circumstances that you have no control over. But the control you have, it's how you react, right? And this, you can learn about it, okay? The fifth and last superpower I want to talk to you about today is decision-making, okay? When you have a strong self-esteem, then you're very fast making decisions. You're really good at making great decision. All person, okay, in the studies of science of success, it has been found that all person that has the most success in life had the ability to make decision very fast. Okay. There. I want really today to leave you with some rules for you to have better life. Okay. I want to give you a morning and night routine. I hope we have the time. Let's take the time. First of all, I want you every day to do 1% better than what you did the day before. Okay? Promise me you're going to do 1% better every day. 1% is making a call. It's very easy to do 1% better. The second thing I want to do is to not allow your thoughts to think from the past unless it's a positive memory. Never allow the past to control your present, okay? Don't let the past controlling your thoughts. Don't let your old story controlling your thoughts. It's very, very, very important. And the other step I would like you to do is do one uncomfortable action every day. What action you can make that is uncomfortable, because it's only when it's uncomfortable that you're gonna go somewhere you never been, to have something you never had. You have to start doing things you never did. That's how it is. Okay, let me come back to you guys to say proper goodbye. I hope you like this material. There's so much I could show you that can give you. And you see, my teaching is a couple of months, right? Then you have the time to integrate all of this beautiful, beautiful material into your life. And then you see yourself changing, your self-image getting stronger, your self-esteem growing, and your results changing. And that's what I do. That's what happened to me when I started to work with this material. And I studied for 4 years before to become a coach myself, because I was so in love with this material. I needed to see the change in me, before to become a coach. And I absolutely love what I do. I wouldn't do nothing else in my life. I absolutely love my job. I love helping people. That's really my calling. When I was an artist, I remember that I was performing. I had a lot of success. I had really a lot of success. I refused a lot of contracts every year. Yeah, I was really aligned with what I was doing. And I remember that I was performing, and I was thinking that something was missing. I knew I could do more, I could be more, but I didn't know what to do about it. And when I found this material, I knew that this was the answer for me. I knew that this was exactly what I should do, that it was my calling. And that's why, I love what I do. I'm eating all the material I can find and to learn and to become a better coach all the time. I've been coached by the best and the cream of the cream. And that's why, that I know that I can do a great job, and I see the results in my clients, and that's what I love. That's why I live. Yeah, right? So if you want to see if my coaching is a good fit for you, just contact me. I will be happy to talk to you so you can see if it's a good fit for you, okay? I talk to you soon. This is Sofranie, Success Coach, and I love you. Bye-bye.